Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Unnatural Selections. As always, I am your host, Alfred Warner. This evening, I thought we'd revisit a familiar face around the set and talk about one Larry Clark. Tonight, I am referring to his 1998 drama film starring James Woods and Melanie Griffith entitled Another Day in Paradise. Now, why is this film on my list? Why am I suggesting that you watch this film? The answer is quite simple, really. In the film, you get four wonderfully authentic performances by our four main cast members about a situation and a lifestyle that is generally phoned in with lots of cliches and easy scenarios. Now, in addition to the magnificent performances by Mr. Woods and Miss Griffith, you get two even better rival performances by our two young co-leads in the film. Vincent Kartheiser, of course, plays Bobby, our main protagonist, and his drug-addicted girlfriend Rosie is portrayed by the wonderful Natasha Gregson-Wagner. Now, the main plot of this film revolves around two young junkies, or thieves, paid by our two young actors, who do anything they can to get by. They steal, they scrap, they scrape, and because of their decisions, they are forced to live in a very poverty-stricken environment. Unfortunately, during one of these escapades, Bobby is confronted and injured quite badly in the scuffle. He somehow manages to make it back home, where we are introduced to James Woods' character known as Uncle Mel, who acts as a sort of older, more experienced junkie guardian, if you will, to the two young individuals. He seems to pop by on an occasion to check in, sort of, on these people's lives, sort of take care of them, if you will. And one day he offers them the opportunity to be taken under his wing and understand what it is to be a professional thief. Now, given the circumstances that they are in, they readily accept his offer, and thus begins their journey. At first, everything goes quite swimmingly as Bobby displays a wonderful prowess for the scenario and good wits for the profession. They pull off a couple of easy jobs, get some large payouts, enjoy themselves, seem to think that they have everything in their control. They go out, they celebrate, spend money, drink, eat, dance. Pretty much everything everybody enjoys to do nowadays. But, like any scenario with four very similar and strong personalities, tensions are bound to rise within the group when they are that close proximity at all times of the day. Tensions within the group begin to mount due to a couple unfortunate events, including a botched drug deal and an unwanted pregnancy, as one character sees the situation one way, and of course the other character sees the situation the complete opposite way. Internal fights are the result of these scenarios. After recuperation and some reflection, Mel suggests they pull off one more job in particular that is sure to set them on the track for a very long time, and thus they are able to lay low. Given that Bobby has nowhere else to run to, he reluctantly accepts the situation, and they go and meet Mel's contact at a bar one night. Seems to be a very old and personal friend of Mel, played by the wonderful Lou Diamond Phillips. But as soon as Bobby finds out about this character's flamboyant nature, he immediately rejects the situation, and thus causes even more conflict between him and Mel. Once again showing his immaturity about the profession. Needless to say, the job is botched. Several things go wrong, and thus Mel is now forced into a decision that he does not want to have to make, and thus rises the conflict between the group even more. Up until the climax of the film, where Mel is forced to make a crucial decision between one of the characters while the other is completely unsure of what that decision should be. Now, I'm not going to spoil the ending for anyone, but some may agree with the situation, others may disagree. One thing remains the same, though, is that money will only buy you happiness for so long. It's easy to jump off on an easy foot. It's hard to land back down on the other. Best to put our best foot forward and lead with the left. Now, little known fact about this particular film: it is the last and final film to ever be given the famous 2 thumbs up by Mr. Roger Ebert. And I think it is well deserved. So I do encourage everyone to enjoy this film, as I know I did. That about wraps it up here for this episode of Unnatural Selections, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. I thank you for joining me. Until next time, stay safe. Good night.